Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Newark Liberty International Airport, Terminal A. I'm Sarah McKeon. I'm the General Manager of New Jersey Airports for the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, and I am so thrilled to have all of you here today with us. I'd like to welcome Executive Director Rick Cotton, Port Authority Chairman Kevin O'Toole, Port Authority Chief Operating Officer Jim Heitman, Port Authority Commissioner and Mayor Chris Bolwidge, New Jersey State Assembly Speaker Craig Coughlin, New Jersey State Senator Teresa Ruiz, New Jersey State Senator Joe Cryan, City of Newark Administrator David Mohammed, and Tina Smith of the Elizabeth Development Corporation. I'd also like to welcome my fellow Port Authority staff, Terminal A's operator, Munich Airports, New Jersey, and their CEO, Michael Coons, airline partners, federal partners, and all guests gathered here today. Today is a celebration about a terminal, but it's really about the people behind this terminal. The people who conceptualized it, who took the idea of providing a world-class service in a world-class terminal and made it the new face of Newark Liberty. The people who executed it, who took that concept and turned it into a reality with their hard work and ingenuity. And we're especially proud that that was union labor that built this terminal. The people who make it go, who show up to work here every single day and run everything from cleaners to pilots to ticket agents, our federal partners, concessions, ramp operators, and so many others. This place does not work without all of them. And that's who we celebrate today. The people who serve our customers, who travel in and out of Newark Terminal A. And those people, our Terminal A customers, well, it's one thing to say that you want to be a world-class operator of world-class airports. It's another to have it undeniably affirmed by the people who benefit most, our customers. Our customers name this the best new terminal in the world, and that's how it should be. And with that, it's my honor to introduce Port Authority Chairman Kevin O'Toole.
Thank you, Sarah. In 1928, the Plainfield Courier, September 12th, 1928, said that the Newark Airport will serve as a model for the rest of the world. It's 1928. Fast forward a couple of years ago, we stood on this ground right here on October 10th of 2018 with some of the people I'm looking at right now, Senator Ruiz, Rick Cotton, Speaker Coughlin, Senator Cryan, then Mayor Bolwidge, not Commissioner, and a lot of our friends, a lot of labor. We stood on this ground October 10th of 18, and we had these speeches and we had this steel topping out ceremony. And we kind of had a plan. We had a plan that we're going to redo this airport with the vision. It's the Port Authority vision. As we picked up the shovels and did the ceremonial dig, we kind of had a moment. I said, what's it going to be like? Is it going to be real? Is it going to make the Port Authority proud? Is it going to make New Jersey proud? I can't tell you how many times I've heard from the Majority Leader Ruiz. It's got to have a New Jersey theme. It's got to have a New Jersey theme. Do you hear me now? Do you see me now? It's got a New Jersey theme. It's got a Port Authority theme. Well, 6 years later, look what we have. It's amazing. And as Sarah, as you said, it's a credit to the people of the Port Authority, the 8,000 strong that made this thing a reality. Thank you very much to our wonderful employees, our contractors, our laborers. This is our dream. And this is what the Port Authority does best. Here's the good news. We have set a standard, 2 5-star standards. Now on to Terminal B. Now on to the master plan. This is our standard. We saw it out in LaGuardia. We're seeing it out at JFK. We are spending $30 billion redoing the airports. And there's a reason why we're getting these accolades. The Port Authority is. And it's the theme, it's the people. But when you have the people and the theme and the dream, You have to have a director. You have to have a leader. And Port Authority's got an amazing leader. Amazing leader. Our executive director, Rick Cotton, he was here when we started this, talking about it in 17, putting a shovel in the ground in 18. I remember when COVID hit in 2020, we were in the planning stage and Rick calls me and he says, we got to make some changes out front here. He goes, it's just not right. We need some more frontage, more parking, some more amenities. We got to make this the best. And we did some changes. And Rick has come here. And let me just tell you, Rick is from New York, all right? We don't hold that against him. He has been to New Jersey so many times, I can't even tell you. He has been here, literally, he would do weekly tours here from the beginning, the middle, to the end. He wanted perfection, whether it's the restrooms, whether it's the staging areas, what's the amenities, the state of the art. He wanted it all. He was the driver. He was the visionary. He was the leader. Please welcome our leader, Rick Cotton.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That's a little overdone, but this is really a great day. That's the main message that I want to convey today. To all the people that Sarah mentioned, all the people that the chairman mentioned, this is a great day. It's a great day for the region. It's a great day for New Jersey. It's a great day for Newark Liberty International Airport. It is a great day for the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. And it is because it celebrates what we are about collectively. We are about being the best. And this award, these awards that we're celebrating today, named Terminal A of Newark Liberty International Airport the best new airport terminal in not the Northeast, not west of the Mississippi, not in the United States, but in the world. And we should all be collectively proud of that designation, that recognition. It comes from the customers. It comes from the expertise of Skytrax, the most recognized rater of airports in the world. And it is the standard, as the chairman said. It is the standard that we aspired to, Mr. Chairman, as you pointed out 6 years ago. In fact, some of the speakers at the dedication said this terminal is a game changer. And that is what the Port Authority is about. The best, setting the highest standard possible, and delivering. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick. And one of the individuals who was there that time is the mayor of Elizabeth, and now my fellow commissioner, Commissioner Bowich, who is celebrating. He took time away from his 29th wedding anniversary to be here. Come on up and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. You know, when you were talking about that article in the Plainfield paper, Rick leaned over to me and said that you were actually quoted in that story.
Correct.
So 6 years ago when we were here and we broke ground with Senator Cryan, Senator Ruiz, and Speaker Coughlin for being here, thank you very much. I never thought that this terminal would wind up as such a world-class terminal as it is and in the city of Elizabeth. And as I've traveled out of this airport with friends and family and others from the city of Elizabeth who approach me, they often say, Mayor, that terminal is so fantastic. When will Terminal B or Terminal C get improved and match the standards of Terminal A? So I'm proud that Governor Murphy has taken the time to appoint me to the Port Authority so I can be in the planning process for future terminals here at Newark Airport. Because clearly the work that was done here by the Port Authority under the leadership of Chairman O'Toole and Rick Cotton is second to none. And I look forward to an ever-growing Newark Airport, which will enhance the traveling expectations of the public here in this region and throughout our county and our state. Congratulations to the Port Authority, and thank you, Skytrax, for recommending Elizabeth and Newark Liberty as #1 in the world. Thank you.
Thank you. So a small team, we had 3 of our staffers. We had Jim Heitman and Jackie McCarthy, and Frank Raddick went out to Frankfurt last week. So I kind of tagged along as the kid to go out to this Skytrax event. And I will tell you, it is cool. There was 10,000 people from all over the world who were getting recognized by Skytrax and in terms of their evaluation. And when you hear, you hear the name Newark Terminal A, Liberty, and everyone's like, wow. And then we went up there twice when they said it was the best new terminal, and they said it was a 5-star terminal. When you see it up in lights and in front of an international crowd, it kind of takes your breath away when you come from little old New Jersey. And we had an individual from the Singapore airport who has won the best airport, I think like 10 years of the last 15. He came up to us and they said, tell us about the sensory room in Terminal A. True story. The individual from Singapore came to us and they wanted advice on the sensory room. And one of the drivers and the person who will witness that conversation was Jim Heitman, who was the director of aviation, and now is our chief operating officer. Jim, come on up and tell the story about this vision, about your folks, and talk about Singapore asking for our advice in little old New Jersey. Jim Heitman.
So it's a real pleasure to be here and going to Frankfurt, where 10,000 of our esteemed colleagues from all over the world, to have them stop you in the hall, to have them ask you about everything that we're doing is such a game changer. When we started this, we wanted to benchmark. We didn't want to be the best in the area. We wanted to be the best in the world. And for Chang'e, who was always kind of that iconic, well, we should do what Chang'e does. And to have them come around and ask us about our sensory room, which is on the leading edge of what the customer expects, needs, and deserves. It was really breathtaking. And looking out in the crowd, having been on this journey with everyone, I kind of see how this terminal came from the planning phase all the way through today. But it wasn't really until Rick and the chairman and our current leadership came in that brought this project and other projects back to the forefront of the world. When I joined the Port Authority 38 years ago, one of the reasons why I joined is because of the iconic infrastructure and being world leaders in so many different areas. And now we're back doing that again, and I'm really proud to be a part of this. I want to thank everybody for all the work that went through to get this gem constructed, and I really appreciate the fact that the passengers spoke and put us back on top. So thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Rick. Thank you. Everyone for coming.
Thank you, Jim. Lillian, as you said, this was Jim's vision for many years. And Jim, thank you very much for guiding us to the place we are right now. When you talk about leadership, you got to talk about leadership here and leadership down in Trenton. We have one of the finest leaders, Speaker Craig Coughlin, who's been with us, who's been a strong advocate for the port. He's been a strong advocate for transportation. He's been a friend of ours who was here 6 years ago and not quite over the fact that it was 6 years ago, Mr. Speaker. Please welcome our Speaker, Craig Coughlin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It is really, truly a pleasure to be here. This is really a spectacular space, and it's when the chairman texted me a copy of the picture from 6 years ago when we were breaking the ground. It seems like it was only yesterday that we were here and back for the topping off ceremony. We put in that last girder, but it truly is special. Look, when things are graded on the scale of the world, you know it's a really big deal, and today is just that. It's the celebration of the success on a really big scale. Let's think of it this way. This summer in Paris, we're going to have the best athletes in the world come together. Well, that's what happened for this project, and we won the gold medal. And we won it twice. So that's really a testament to all of the men and women who built this beautiful place, the men and women who provide the service here day in and day out, to the leadership from Chairman McCabe and to Rick. Rick, we thank you for coming from New York. Know that social climbers are always welcome in New Jersey. And every time you want to bring a couple of $1 billion to build a new terminal, we're your best friends in the world. This will make you want to do that again. It is truly a remarkable architectural design. It'll help make it. People will want to get here 2 hours early to wait for a plane. And while it will drive the operations people crazy, I suspect people will be rooting for some snowy days so they can continue to hang around for a while. But it really is a testament to all that you can accomplish together. We know investments in transportations are critical to our economy and to moving our state forward each and every time. And this is a true demonstration of that. And winning the awards makes it even more special. But to the point that the chairman made about the direction from the Senate Majority Leader, Senator Ruiz, about making this feel like a New Jersey place, this is a real testament to our state as well. This is a real great introduction to people from throughout the world who are going to come here and start to appreciate what New Jersey is all about. Not just be some joke line in a comedian show, but look at what we offer in terms of commerce, and look at what we offer in terms of natural resources in an incredible location. So this puts it all together. And congratulations to everybody who was part and parcel of making that happen. It's a true testament to what we can all accomplish together. Look forward to Terminal B and C and being here for those things as well. Thanks everybody for coming out.
Thank you, Speaker. So when this was rolled out on Wednesday, Germany's ahead 6 hours. 6 hours, Jim? So the first text I got was 2:30 in the morning from our Senate President, Nick Scutari, saying, congratulations. And I said, Nick, it is 2:30 in the morning. He goes, I did not know that. But Nick has been a strong supporter of ours, and the Senate has been a strong supporter. And Senator Ruiz, Majority Leader Ruiz, I've said it a few times before during the planning stages. Teresa, you've been one of the drivers of this. This was your vision as well. You talked about how important it was that there'll be a reflection of Newark, Elizabeth, the communities that surround and support this. I think we got your message loudly and clearly, and this is as much credit to you as anybody else. Please welcome our Majority Leader in the Senate, Teresa Ruiz.
He says it kindly. I think he was sick and tired of, so when I travel, and I've been traveling often, Chairman O'Toole is the one who gets the text, even if it's at 6 a.m. The night before, when they sometimes change the terminal and I scored Terminal A, it's like you won the lotto for like a second. I'm like, yes, I can get there at a reasonable time. I'm going to have a great experience. And today is truly a reflection of show them Newark, show them Elizabeth, show them the Garden State. And of course, we would get the gold medal. I mean, we've known this in the state all the time, how infuriating for some of us to have walked through Newark Liberty International Airport and not be able to pick up one product that said that you were in the Garden State for at least an hour, 30 seconds, or 15. The last time I came through here, I picked up Newark merch and I was giddy. I was amazing. I took photographs of it and I'll elevate it now that we got this designation. But to show the world who we are, exactly that. The speaker said, let's move away from the punchline of being jokes and let's show the entire world who we are in our communities. Walk through this terminal and see a Jersey Mike's or an outpost of a restaurant that's on one of your Main Street corridors. To see the women who have small businesses open up on storefronts on Halsey and also reflected here in this terminal. To have someone internationally see that and say, this is Newark, this is New Jersey, and yes, this is also Elizabeth. I won't forget that, Mayor. So perhaps United Airlines will now get the hint that when you're going to book a flight out of Newark International Airport, you can actually go through a feature button that would say New Jersey / New York or Newark / New York. It is far the times that people do not know where New Jersey or where Newark is. We are officially on the map. Today, it is time for United to pick. Is anybody here from United? Now I'm going to lose my premium status real quick, right? To indicate that we're here, we're present. And this is a debt of a gratitude from my family and from all of the residents in the 29th Legislative District. Thank you to the employees. Thank you to the chairman, to the executive director, to the members of the Port Authority Board for really elevating this and showing all of us in these spaces to people who thought they knew who we were here in the Garden State. I flew in the Friday that New Jersey experienced the earthquake. We were coming in from Tampa, and a big shout out to the United Airlines crew that was on that flight. We were flying in, and then we had to get diverted to Dulles. Somehow my phone started working in that time frame, and I said we were flying into Terminal C. That's what happens when the Senate Majority Leader returns back home. That was a joke. Thank you for laughing. But again, Chairman O'Toole, thank you for capturing. If you haven't noticed in the background, it gives you a very good feeling of being in the boardwalk and at the shore. There are cherry blossoms amongst us. You see Sarah Vaughan, you see Newark, you see Latinos in the space, you see African-American faces. This is who are we most proudest of. And now the entire world gets to see how great we are in this Garden State. Thank you to all the women and the men who have labored in this space of love. It is just the Lego store. I'm telling you, there's so many awesome features in Terminal A that when I get rerouted here, I love it. People who know me, I'm Puerto Riqueña, I'm against statehood, but I would consider it if domestic flights to Puerto Rico then get rerouted through Terminal A. That's how much love I have here. So thank you and congratulations to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator. Another dear friend and supporter of ours, Senator Joe Cryan from Union, from Essex County. You started in Essex County. True? You admit that? Yeah, of course. Please welcome my friend, Senator Joe Cryan.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, everyone. And it's nice to be with you all. I just want to take a moment. First, I want to thank Kevin for his passion and for the vision to help see this through. And I want to take a moment and thank Rick Cotton. Rick, you get things done. Come to New Jersey, you'll get more things done. But most importantly, I want to thank each and every member of the Port Authority who's here today for getting this done. Your recognition today is something. But most importantly, you helped get this done through a lot of different times and a pandemic and every other obstacle that could possibly be there. I just want to take a moment and say thank you for a variety of things. All right, and then share an experience I had. I came here today coming from work in Sayreville. I drove past the Goethals Bridge, where I watched that investment that has helped transform the economy of that area. I sat behind a truck. Well, I sat behind a lot of trucks, to be candid. All right, but it was reminded as I did about the raising of the Bayonne Bridge and the importance of what that meant to our economy here on the New Jersey side of the border for the port, and how that truck and the port has mattered maybe as much today as it has at any other time in the country as we watch the tragedy unfold in Baltimore. The responsiveness that can happen. You think about those things, and then you come here and you realize the 5-star award from Skytrax and what happens when you have passion, when you have desire, when you have high quality administration, when you have a vision that Jim shares with commissioners who understand this is where we need to be. Things can happen and make a change. And how important is it? Well, let me just tell you on a firsthand experience. It was only a couple months ago, actually it was only a month ago, I took a flight to Dallas with my wife. And a little bit of this is to Teresa's point. We were here early, and we were at the terminal early. And you know why? Because I'm not sure that all the patterns of flight have changed enough where behaviors understand that when you come to Terminal A, it's different. You can actually get through much quicker. You're treated differently. All right, so we were at our gate far too early. All right, but while we were waiting, we watched the New Jersey Hall of Fame and different videos and understood with the folks that were with me traveling a little bit in a discussion about some of the important heroes that are part of New Jersey. So as we got through the gate and came down, and I did see this on the tour, I didn't really understand the play areas. All right, but there were people there with their children who clearly had the same expectations that the Cryan family did, that we would be too long at the screening. And what were their children doing? They were playing in those play areas. And I will completely admit, when we took this tour, I was like, why would you have play areas out here? What would that be? And as I watched these kids play, I realized what a great idea this was, right? And I enjoyed it even more when the children sat in front of me in my seat, all right, for the flight, but that was cool too. Why tell you all that? Because when we walk through the terminal, to Teresa's point, Senator Ruiz's point about a New Jersey experience, it's behind me. But it's more than that. It's the kiosk, as Teresa mentioned. You can click on and invest and see one of the wonderful restaurants in the city of Elizabeth. It'll tell you where to go in the Ironbound and eat well. Need a hotel? You're in the hotel capital between the two communities in New Jersey. The economy matters. And how many millions and millions more folks have come? 3 million more? 3 or 4 million more folks are coming through this terminal this year than last year. So what does it mean for our economy? I just want you to understand this because your work matters. I have the privilege of representing the 20th District, the mayor of Elizabeth. I have the opportunity to represent that city. But I also have the opportunity to represent the Township of Union that Route 22 West goes through. The planning board just entertained another hotel application for a redevelopment, for more jobs, right? It's the second one. The Fairfield Suites eastbound will open in just a couple weeks. Think about that. There are folks employed that will have a job and an opportunity in the future in large corporations, Kevin, because of the work you and Rick and your Port Authority team did. You changed lives in the economy. It all matters when you come together. You have helped change lives here. You've helped obviously bring pride. And I want to close with this, although I hope you get a chance to look at the great artwork that is here by some of the residents of the city of Elizabeth. That I know it's still here. I saw it last month. As you get a chance to enjoy the terminal, the kiosks, and the sense of what New Jersey is, I want to echo what Teresa said in one way. Skytrax is great. 5-star reviews are wonderful. But when your wife says, oh, it's great, we got Terminal A, that is by far the greatest endorsement you can possibly get. Let's hope when we move forward, we can continue to wish for that and continue to say thank you to the Port Authority for great investments in the state of New Jersey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe. Much appreciated. Our last speaker, our partner from Munich, Michael Kuntz. Michael, welcome back from Frankfurt.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. Also from my side, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me today. Secondly, thank you for inviting me to go with you on stage last Wednesday when we received the awards. I think what is really special about the awards, and Sarah mentioned it in her opening remarks, is that the Skytrax 5-star, yes, you win it because you have a beautiful terminal, you run it very well. But I think the best new terminal in the world is based on the public, is based on the passengers. And this is really great. And I couldn't be more proud than today of everybody who contributed to that, the whole team, my team, of course, but everybody who works for and in the terminal. And just as you just mentioned it, if we have 3 or 4 million more passengers every year, that's departing passengers, there is a rule of thumb that for every 1,000 passengers, you create 1 full-time employee at the airport plus 2 to 3 full-time employees depending on this. So even with 3 million additional passengers, you create maybe 10,000 jobs for this area, which is a very, very great thing. I would like to finish my work. First of all, there is a shift, and you mentioned it quite rightly, always at the Passenger Terminal Expo. I was there a couple of times. Always the Asian airports went upstage and grabbed all the prizes. There is a shift, definitely. I have never seen so many airports from America, Canada, US receiving awards. And let me close with congratulating the Port Authority, because I think you're the first airport operator who won Best New Terminal in the world twice in a row. And I'm pretty sure you will win it more with Terminal B, C, and whatever is coming up. Thank you very much for coming here.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you all. That closes out our program.